So there was a Florida Republican by the name of Representative Byron Daniels. He expressed his frustration with the Congressional Black Caucus, and his frustration had nothing to do with policy or anything like that, or the way they may vote on something. No. His frustration was he has not been allowed to join the Congressional Black Caucus. Let's think about that. The name is called Congressional Black Caucus. I made sure to go to the CBC website, and there's not a one black Republican involved with that. Now, this brother, he wants to join. Senator Tim Scott, he doesn't want to, and that's fine. But Mia Love, she was a part of it at one point in time. She was a Republican. But this brother was very, very bothered by this. He says that when he had reached out and wanted to join, he didn't hear much from the CBC at all. He said even though he expressed his interest in joining the CBC. Now, they had put out a statement saying that we will work with those who share our values and priorities for the constituents we serve. So can you have a meeting with the brother and lay out what are your values? Because I even want to know what the values are. And I look at the values as what you do in action, because what I'm seeing, and I have, and listen, the CBC, I mean, listen, y'all know about who we are here, but we still going to tell you the truth. We got to tell you the truth, because hopefully you can correct yourself, because some things are going to start happening where people are going to start losing their seats. I'm telling you, it's coming. Now, the values that I'm seeing, I do it based on what you're pushing. What I'm hearing from you is not a anti-black hate crime bill. I ain't heard now one of you pushing that. Even though FBI statistics show that black Americans have hate crimes done to them the most in this whole country, and not one of you have put up an anti-black hate crime bill. But you were so quick to vote on the anti-Asian hate crime bill. You was quick for that. You had no problem with that. Jim Crow Joe giving $50 million to the Asian community while your community got nothing. Matter of fact, there was a provision in the last bill that was passed where they had a portion of $4 billion for black farmers, and also other groups too, but for black farmers. Do you know that white farmers, about 19 of them, I think, if I'm not mistaken, got together and sued, and a federal judge halted the money? Why isn't the CBC screaming about that? Why aren't they coming to every black platform they can and talk about why is it that, black farmers can't get funds from the USDA? Because you have these white farmers that get the majority of the money anyway. Any little money that they can't get from the government, the same old pull yourself up by your bootstrap group. But when it comes to getting money, they want all the money. They want all the handouts. They just don't want black folks to have it, right? So why aren't you screaming about that? Why? But you're sitting up here championing immigration. What the hell that got to do with black America? We didn't immigrate anywhere. Why are you championing that over what we got going on? We're supposed to be the Congressional Black Caucus. Why are you talking about what people are doing in their bedroom? Man, when people are dying out here, I tell you this, what people do in their bedroom is their business. And no one is stopping nobody from doing something in their bedroom, but they're surely stopping us from getting jobs. They're stopping us from obtaining home ownership. They're stopping us all the time when we're trying to move up in America. They're trying to hold us back. That's the things we need to be fighting about. Every area, medical racism. Like, I'm not worried about what somebody do in their bedroom when you got medical racism going on. And what people do in their bedroom is their business. If you're black like me, we're dealing with the same issues and problems, no matter what you do in your bedroom. But you focusing more on what people do in their bedroom than focusing on the whole of black America. So what values do you have? Because I want to know the values so I can see how the values matching up with the movements. Because the movements is not showing that you have priorities for black American people. You got priority for everything else except that. You may say, well, we can't do this. Listen, even if you try, put bills up, point people out, say who they're against it, go to all the media outlets saying, hey, this is going on. I'm trying to do this for the community, but look, this one, this and this and this and this one. None of y'all do that because you go along whatever the DNC tells you. You are Democrat first. And this is why you won't let that brother in. Now, let's call it what it is. Because you say he supports Donald Trump. Well, even if he supports Donald Trump, sit down with the brother. Figure out how he wants to help black people. You may not agree who he supported in the past. Biden's the president now. Don't matter about that, right? Why can't you sit down with them? Listen, I will talk to black conservatives. I will talk to black liberals, even though I think calling black people conservative or liberal is kind of silly, because what liberal do we really have? What freedom do black people really have in America to call yourself a liberal? And what black folks are really trying to conserve? Well, white supremacy? Because we surely are conserving a system that we built. I would understand that, right? But, yes, I get also, that black people socially are, quote unquote, conservative, but they don't vote that way, right? So they also put out, the CBC, the Congressional Black Caucus remains committed to fighting for issues that support black communities, including the police accountability bill, protecting voting rights, and a job bill that helps our communities. How is it, in Jim Crow Clyburn, he's one of the high-ranking members of the CBC, when you have him talking about he's cool with, if we need to take out qualified immunity, he's willing to do that to pass a bill. Listen, it's not a bill if they have, if qualified immunity is gone. So what are y'all talking about, man? This was frustrating to me just personally. Now, the brother had went on CNN, and of course, the CNN is going to back the CBC up. That's for sure. Telling him about Trump or how you can support somebody like that. Now, listen, that's him, what he's choosing to support. I don't know why he chose to support Trump, can care less. But the fact is, as black people, we're always so quick to divide based on some sort of politics, some sort of religion, or non-religion, what people do in their bedroom. You know what I'm saying? If you're on the other side of the world, on the continent, you're dividing based on your ethnic group. And everybody is attacking black folks all the way around and using those divisions to benefit themselves. See, this story, I don't like it. I personally just don't like it. You sit down with the brother. Now say if he didn't want to join, that's one thing. But you sit down with him. This brother 42 years old. Young brother. And when I look at the Congressional Black Caucus, not that many young brothers in there. There's a lot of people, from a different time group. Let's say the older generation. Why do y'all want to hold on to power? That's my issue with that. Let the young brother, he's 42. We need more 42 and 43 and 38-year-olds and young people coming in, bringing fresh ideas, man, to the community. Like I said this before, some of y'all just need to go on with your grandkids. Some of y'all are 70 plus years old. Come on now, let the young people come in. It's the same thing on the continent of Africa too. Like y'all holding on to them government positions, holding on to power. Let the young people come in. What is y'all issue against young people? Y'all don't want the young people to do anything. And you wonder why our community is set back. If you look at the white supremacists, they make sure to train their young white supremacists and bring them in. They don't hold them back. They make sure they participate in the system of white supremacy. But in our community, hold them young people back. Hold them back. Hold them back. Do you notice that they have to literally die to get out them positions? That's sad. Or get really sick. One or two. And then the sad part, if black folks keep voting for them and the same people go back, bring somebody new in. Jim Crow Joe, he's bad. But Jim Crow Clyburn, he needs to go in South Carolina. All of them need to go. We need fresh faces in there that's going to fight for the community. If you're not going to be black first on your politics, then you need to go. We can't have no black folks as Democrat first or Republican first. No, you have to be black first in your politics. It's just that simple. But leave me a comment on anything about a situation with the brother. He got, the CBC don't want him in there. Talking about because he supported Trump. Like, So I guess you got to support everything the Democrats do, right? And I thought, is that a condition? Well, I thought about it. Jim Crow Joe did say, if you don't vote for him, you're not black. So now I'm starting to understand why he said that, because he knows that the majority of a lot of black folks use Democrat as a religion. I told you, white Jesus and Democrat, that's the majority of you black folks' religion. Friends and family, I would like you to check out blackcommunityspeak.com. Now, blackcommunityspeak.com is a forum-based website. So something that's very simple, where you can get on, you can get off, get involved with a lot of topics. Now, Black Community Speaks is a place that's for black men and women to talk about issues that's affecting the entire community. So on blackcommunityspeak.com, they talk about topics in the range of news, what's going on in society, relationships, technology, business, food and recipes, gaming, health and fitness, music, and many, many more. On Black Community Speak, it's a place where you can be safe to say what you want to say without the fear of big tech censorship. So make sure you head on over to blackcommunityspeak.com and sign up today. Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store.